Good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Today is Saturday, and I am back. I know I took a week or two off because of, as you all know, I do have diabetes, and I was suffering from something called diabetic laryngitis. Didn't know there was such a thing. Apparently there is. It's just give y'all a quick I guess diagnosis of how that is and what happens. 90% of diabetics also have high blood pressure. Have something going on with the blood pressure and the diabetes. That's one of the reasons why they got diabetes, because they rapid weight gain, high cholesterol, and that type of stuff kind of leads to diabetes. So with that being said, when you treat 90% of all diabetics, you also are treating them for high blood pressure and high cholesterol at the same time. So they have these blood pressure medicines that you take. There are three of them. One you take every day, twice a day, and one you take once a day. Okay, and you take them before meals and during meals and things like that. So, but the one that you take twice a day every day, that's the main one. There are several different types, and apparently the best one and the most expensive one, the best and most expensive one, which the VA is so graciously pays for, Uncle Sam is, I guess, repaying me for all my time being shot at and dodging bullets in foreign countries. But the best one actually has a strange side effects. Y'all know how you see these commercials about these life-saving medications, but then you hear all these strange side effects. May cause bleeding of the eyes, may cause running of the butt, that type of stuff. and you think to yourself, well, dang, the side effects are worse than the disease. Well, apparently one of the side effects of this life-saving and medication is it causes a persistent cough. When scratching of the throat, persistent cough, and then if it's over time, you could lose your voice. You could get hoarse and pretty much lose your voice, which is what happened with me because I talk all the time. So it doesn't affect people who don't use their voice a lot, but as y'all notice, I use my voice. I'm in overtime all the time. So it causes me to put stress on my voice and on my larynx and whatever the case may be in it, and then it can cause laryngitis in a small percentage of the people who suffer from this cough. I'm in that small percentage because I do talk a lot. I do use my voice. That's how my conversations are turned into compensation. So that's how I make my living. So it's one of the ways that I make my living. But with that being said, I can either opt to take a less effective high blood pressure medicine, which I wouldn't have that problem, or I continue taking the high blood pressure medicine and then just have to, use cough drops and things of that nature. So I keep a bag of cough drops. I keep a couple of bags of cough drops with me all the time, so I can use them from time to time. So that's what I've resorted to, using cough drops. But in the meantime, I'm trying to gradually reacclimate myself back to my normal activities, and one of them being this broadcast, because I do like coming on here with you all every Saturday. So we're going to try and get through this as best we can. So please forgive me if you hear me clear my throat a lot. If you're on a persistent cough, I know it's irritating, but it's just something I have to do right now to get through. So with that being said, let's go and get started. All right. I want everybody to go to mydispatcher.org. Now, if you all noticed, how many of you have heard out there that people have a negative view of dispatchers? Talking to my studio audience and my people online here. Have any of you ever, experienced, any type of backflow, anything on anything negative, about dispatch?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the view of dispatchers?
Sorry, repeat that.
What's the general view or the general attitude towards dispatchers?
Oh, you're gonna take what? Are you gonna take my money? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I do the same thing, so why do I need you?
Exactly. Okay. Today's broadcast, we're gonna do a kind of a half and half broadcast. The second part of our broadcast, of course, is gonna be Q&A like we always do. But the first part is going to be, why do carriers, owner operators, brokers, and sometimes shippers see dispatchers as a negative? And we're also going to introduce a directive or a new term that we're going to be using other than dispatcher, because this new term is going to more accurately describe the independent dispatcher. Okay, independent dispatch firms they don't operate like quote unquote the dispatchers we know from being a company driver, because those dispatchers, I mean, they're basically just order takers and present orders. That's all they do. Okay, they sit behind this this computer screen at a central location for a huge trucking company, and they get the loads that are splattered all over their screen, and they basically just assign loads. That's all they're doing, because those are what we call forced dispatch for the most part. So they don't really have to do any real work other than do what? Pick a load and assign it. Pick a load, find a truck that's close to it, and assign it. That's all they're doing. They're not doing near the work that we do and you all do. They don't have near the responsibility that we have, okay? Because essentially, we are not dispatchers. Are we not? There is when you look at what we do and the jobs that we perform and the responsibility that we have towards our clients, we are not dispatcher. Okay? We are more what? Business managers. That's what we are. Okay, independent dispatchers, they're not dispatchers. So from here on out, we're not going to be referring to you all as dispatchers anymore. Now, our name is going to stay the same, the National Dispatchers Network, simply because that's what everybody knows as, and that's already branded. But in our conversations from here on out, and I want you all, somebody's fumbling their mic there, and I want you all to do the same thing. From here on out, if you haven't built your website or if your website haven't gained much traction yet, go back in and start changing the name of what you do from dispatcher to what? Logistics business manager, okay? Carrier business manager, trucking business manager, freight, freight business manager, freight management consultant, or something of that nature, because that's what we do. We help carriers and owner operators manage their business. Their business is their truck. And because a lot of owner operators and carriers, they don't see themselves as running a business. They basically look at themselves as driving a truck. But they are running their business. I mean, they've got a huge investment like any other business owner has. I mean, those trucks run anywhere from a used one, $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 to a new one up to $180,000, $190,000, depending on what type of truck you get. So that's a huge business investment, just like any other business investment. Okay, and just like any other business, you have profit and losses. Okay, you have to set your business up to run a certain way to do, first of all, cover your expenses. Second of all, make a profit, right? And as independent dispatchers, we do more to help carriers profit than this quote unquote so-called dispatcher that works for a company. So therefore, we need to start distinguishing ourselves and separating ourselves from that term, dispatcher, because that's not what we do. Okay, we don't simply dispatch loads. Okay, we find out what that carrier needs. Okay, I mean, we literally cater our load search to their requirements, their financial requirements, their logistics requirements as far as where they're located, right? Their personal preferences as far as how much weight that they want to pull and where they want to go to, and things of that nature. And we also work out the logistics of helping them to pick the right loads to help them make the most money over the course of their careers. Does that not does that sound like a dispatcher, or does that sound like a business manager? Which one? Y'all talk to me.
Business manager.
Exactly. It sounds more like a business manager because that's what you are. Okay? Because look, over the past 3 or 4 months, I've heard a reoccurring thing that's been going on. Okay? And that reoccurring thing is you know, our platform is a little bit different than most other platforms out there. Let me log in here real quick. Info. I'm trying to chew gum and walk at the same time. Y'all know me. I'm just a good old black redneck. Kind of hard for me to chew gum and walk at the same time, but I managed. All right. The recurring thing that I've been seeing over the past, 3, 4, 5 months is the same thing. Okay. We have dispatchers. Well, we have business managers. Let me start practicing what I preach. We have logistics business managers or freight business managers in this business who have been connecting with their carriers and their clients. And the hardest part of you all's job, the hardest part of what our job is not finding freight. That's not the problem. That's the easy part, right? The easy part is finding freight, right? Another part that's pretty simple and easy is contracting carriers, calling up on operators, because with our pitch and the way we deliver it, it helps you to get over that hump really fast. Because if you do our pitch the way you're supposed to do it, there's no objection that you can overcome. There's no objection that you can't overcome. I don't care what an owner operator says to you, you can overcome and satisfy that objection. Okay? The only objection you can't overcome is a hang-up. That's it. Some of you on here right now have called owner operators, and they started out with cursing and calling you everything but a child of God and called you the demon seed of Satan himself. But because you kept selling and kept overcoming objections, what happened? They signed up, right? Has anybody on here experienced that yet? I know I have. And we've done it live. We've shown it to y'all live when we called up a carrier. I think it's in the video called The Perfect Pitch. We called up a carrier, and he started off with, man, is this another one of these blankety blank national dispatcher people? I done got about 50 calls from you mother hubbers. Don't y'all call me no got the mother no more. That's how the conversation started off. But guess what? Did we hang up? No. Why? Because he didn't hang up. And we went right into our pitch, and he threw some more curse words at us. we handled the objection. He threw some more curse words at us. We handled those objections, and next thing you know, he stopped cursing and started saying, So he started literally asking questions. It went from mother hubba don't mother to, well, tell me about this. Well, tell me how y'all would. Well, tell me if you did this. Okay, if I had this. Now he is becoming what? More interested in what we have to say. Why? Because we did not hang up and we did not give up. So that's not the hard part. That's not the hard part. Contracting carriers finding the loads. That's the easiest thing you'll ever do. I can teach my dog how to do that. I'm serious. My dog is smart enough that I can teach him to spot good loads, and I can teach him, he can go on there and bark and turn flips and turn tricks, and some on operators, they'll sign up just because they like my dog. So that's not the hard part. The hard part is convincing owner-operators to make money. Did everybody just hear what I said? Did you understand what I just said?
We heard you.
Okay. More importantly, do you agree with what I just said?
I understand it, but I just don't understand. I guess it's almost like it sounds too good to be true, and maybe they're resistant for that reason.
No, it's not that. It's just that it's not that they're resistant because it sounds too good to be true. The hard part is once you have your client, they already know. You already sold them on the idea of you being a dispatcher and you being worth your 10%. But when it gets down, I'm talking after that, after you sign them up to the contract, they've signed up, they're willing to pay you your 10% to find them good paying freight. You send them the profile sheet, and on the profile sheet, they tell you in writing for loads that run more than 500 miles, I need a minimum of $2.65 a mile, or 55 cents a mile, or $2.70 a mile. For loads that run less than 500 miles, I need a minimum of $3 a mile, $3.10 a mile, $3.75 a mile, $4 a mile, whatever the case may be. I don't want to go up in the mountains. Please keep me on the bottom half of the United States. So some of them will give you Pacific. Only run me Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, Mississippi, those types of things. And don't get me loads that weigh more than 30,000 pounds, 32,000 pounds, 36,000 pounds, whatever it gets to be. Now, with all that being on your profile sheet, they pretty much outline for you exactly what they are looking for, right? But the hardest part is this. After you've gotten all that, it should be real simple. You should be able to just go, okay, look for loads, just paying more than this, not running him in the area that he wants to run, and keep him under the amount of weight that he wants to be under. Right? You should be able to present that load to him. He said, yeah, give me that one. Okay, give me that one. And give me that one. Right? Because you met all his criteria. Right?
Uh-oh, you froze up, Calvin.
Does that seem simple?
Simple enough.
Okay. All right. What was the last thing y'all heard? All right. Yeah, the last thing y'all probably heard was after you found them everything that they want. All they should be doing is, okay, well, great. You put that there. Give me this and give me that load, right? That's the way it is. But you have about if you go out and get yourself 10 carriers, you're going to have about 6 of them that are not even going to accept the loads that exceeds their criteria. How many of you had this situation? Owner-operator tells you in writing on your profile sheet, find me loads that run me on the bottom half of the United States. If it's going more than 500 miles, just get me a minimum of $2.55 per mile. Or if it's going less than 500 miles, get me a minimum of $3.25 per mile. Okay? And you say, all I care about is just don't run me up in the mountains. All right. He may be from Texas, Alabama, Florida, whatever the case may be. So, you call him up one day and say, hey, where you at? I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or Mississippi or somewhere. Okay. Where you want to go? Just keep on the bottom half of the United States. Cool. Look at the profile sheet. Profile sheet says he's going more than 500 miles. He wants what? $2.55 a mile or better. We're going less than 500 miles. He needs what? $3.25 or better. No problem. He's a flatbed. No problem. You just go in there, you start looking up. He's in Mississippi. You putting up loads for the flatbed. You put in your here, let's go here and demonstrate some of this stuff. You put in your straight dispatch. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go straight to the load boards. Let's go straight to trucker's path. You put in your straight, you got your straight dispatch key loaded up. Y'all see it up here, right? There it is. You got your straight dispatch key loaded up and everything. You're good to go with that. All right, you're in trucker's path. You all logged in. You're going to look for you some loads. And let's say he is in Mississippi. M-I-S-S-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I. Y'all know about that Mississippi? All right, he in Mississippi. And he says that all he wants to do is stay on the bottom half of the United States. Right? Now, I ain't probably going to find no loads today. Let's look for loads on Monday. All right? So he wants to stay on the bottom half of the United States, and he is a flatbed. Right? Now, he has already told you that he wants loads that's paying what? If it's going more than 500 miles, it needs to be what? 255 or better, right? If it's going less than 500 miles, it needs to be 325 or better. So let's go ahead and put in 325. 3.25. All right? Just to cover us. Either way, right? You click save. All right. Now, you update it. It's been saved. You're going to search these loads again and see what comes up. All right, what do we have here? We start going down through here, and we're looking for that highlighting. Looking for that highlight, right? Because we got to highlight it in what? Red. So if we find some loads, anything that's highlighted, we know that meets or exceeds his criteria. Now, it's real simple with this straight dispatch. Now, we may or may not find loads on here for on this load board, which we didn't. Okay, so we didn't find anything on this load. Oh, yes, we did. There's one right there. I must have been moving too fast. See, we got another. All right, so we found one. All right, there's one right there. It was highlighted in yellow, so it's the highest paying load on that board, and that one is leaving out of Natchez, Mississippi, and it's going to Garyville, Louisiana, which keeps him on the bottom half of the United States. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Keeps him on the bottom half of the United States, and the doggone thing is paying $3.26 per mile. And it's going, what, 138 miles. It's not even going that far. Right? So, now here's what happens. You find him loads like this. You may find him 3 or 4 loads like this. Most times, that's what happens. Because you're going to find him 3 or 4 loads that fit or exceed his criteria. Then you're going to call him up and you're going to present the loads to him. And he's going to say to you, well, I don't want to run that because they say I got to have TARP. Or you know, I don't want to run that because you know I don't want to go to Garyville, huh? I don't want to run that because you know just something stupid, you know it's not paying a total of $800, but it's only going 138 miles. Which means you got time enough to on another load that's paying the same amount of money, right? If you really, because I can find you another load that's leaving out of close to where you're going, and book you on that one and shoot you on, and now you can run 2 loads in one 24-hour pit, right? In one driving shift, right? And if I run you those 2 loads, you're gonna make twice as much money you would have made anyway. But because it doesn't fit exactly to their, I call them, you know, it's like they're crying over spilled milk, or they're crying over whether the eggs is scrambled versus fried, but it's still an egg. You understand what I'm saying? They're crying over nothing. And instead of them being a business owner and looking at this from a business standpoint, they're looking at it from personal preferences and just, you know, being like a spoiled brat. I want what I want because that's what I want. Okay, you can't run a business that way. You can't. And our job as freight business managers is to help carriers and owner-operators to make as much money as possible. Because let's look at this. If you got a carrier that says, I don't want to take that one because it's not paying, $500 because I want to make $500 a day. Okay, but it's only 138 miles. So you would rather take a load that's going 800 miles and only paying $950 or $1,000 or $1,200 than take a load that's going 138 miles and paying $450. And here's my thing about this: if you're looking at a load that's paying that right there, and it's going where? Garyville, Louisiana, right? Now that's paying $450, right? Let's go up here and let's look for a load that's leaving out of Garyville, Louisiana. Garyville, Louisiana. All right, so he's going to be in Garyville, Louisiana, right, on the same day. We're sticking up for the same because he got enough time to pick up another load and run it that day. Because 138 miles is only going to be about what's that? What's that going to be? About 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? About 2 hours and a half, right? Hello? Where my truck drivers at?
I can't answer that one, Calvin.
Average truck speed is what? 65 miles an hour, right? That's average truck speed. Truck gets 5.6 miles to the gallon. Average truck means 65 miles an hour. You've got 138 miles. 138 miles divided by what? 65. What's that? About 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's that simple, man. That's how you calculate this stuff. All right? So 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and a half. Okay? Now, when he gets to his drop, what does he do? He go in sleeper, save his clock. So he's only ran 2 hours and a half off his clock, which means he still got what? About 7 hours left, right? Because you get 10 hours, you get 11 hours to run, right? So you take 2.5, so you take 2 hours from 11, you got what? 9. Take another half hour off, you got 8.5, and you take another hour off for loading or whatever distance time. But since he's going in the sleeper, you're not really killing, you're not really using that time while you're loading or unloading. If you know how to manage a truck, put your truck in sleeper, bam, right? But hours is going towards your what? Your recaps. So you got recap hours. If y'all don't know what the recaps are, we'll have a class on that at some point in time. Okay? So as y'all can see, I have driven a truck. I know something about running my own truck. Okay? Then you can use that on your recap hour. So therefore, you still got a total of about 9 hours to run another load. Legally under your what? Your hours of service. So you're going to look for him a load leaving out of Gary, Louisiana. Right? You find some loads going anywhere. Let's see what we got leaving out of there. That's paying almost $3 per mile close by. Look at that. There's another load that's leaving out of New Orleans, which is 30 miles away. 34 miles from where he's dropping off at now. Y'all see what are y'all seeing what we're doing as a business manager? 34 miles. He can creep down the road to New Orleans. Zatarans, Popeyes. But anyway, he can stroll on down to New Orleans, as they say in New Orleans. He can stroll on down to New Orleans, pick up a load, right, and run it 131 miles to RBBS and make $550, which, by the way, is $4.20 a mile. On top of how much money did he make on that 138-mile run? Anybody remember?
it 450?
Made 450. So 450 and 550. Dude just made over $1,000. And guess what? He still got about what? 5 hours left on his clock. Why? Because it's only going to take him about 45 minutes to run that 34 miles. Now that's going to be clock time, because that's going to call his clock, because he's driving. But when he gets there to load up, what does he do? Boop, go back in sleeper, right? Time goes back on his recap, right? So he's not wasting drive time, hours, his hours of service, while he's loading up in where? In New Orleans. You see what I'm saying? And when it's time for him to pull out, he turns his clock back on. Bam. Guess what? He's going to waste it, what, 45 minutes to an hour. And that was just for his drive time. So now at 9 hours, he still got what? 7.5, almost 7.5 to 8 hours left to make this run, which is only 131 miles, which is going to take him what? About 2.5 to 3 hours. Right? So he runs that one, and he still got what? He's looking at still about 6.5 to 7 hours left on his clock. He done made $1,000 already. Now, guess what? Old boy can still find him another short load if he wants to, and going to bump that bad up boy up to about what? $1,500 for the day. You see what a little bit of business management on your end can do to help your carrier make a ton of money. I'm not talking about $800 or $500 a day. We're talking about you just showed him, you have just pieced together for him this, and these are real loads. This is not theory. This is real loads that we just looked up in a matter of what? We've been on here now, what? 20 minutes. So it took us what? 10 minutes? And I've been talking in between. So you could have done it in 5. We just pieced together for this guy to literally, for someone, a flatbedder who's leaving from Mississippi, not going very miles, right, in one day to making $1,500 plus in one what? In one driver's shift. Is that not better than hooking up to a load and running 800 miles just to make what? $1,100, $1,000, $1,200? Is that not better? Because if you run that 800 miles, here's what you're doing. It's going to take you a day and a half to do that. So you may run an 800-mile load, and it may be paying you $1,600, but it's going to take you a day and a half. So that means you're only going to be able to run how many of those loads per week? 3. You're only going to be able to run 3 loads per week like that. Versus you can run 3 loads per day like this and run them every day for 5 days a week. So $1,800 or $1,600 3 days out of the week, or $1,500 5 days out of the week. Which would you rather have?
3 loads.
Exactly. Exactly. So the hardest part of your job is explaining this to your carriers and say, look, you got to trust me, man. I'm here to make you money. Look, the more money you make, the more money I make. You got to trust me, because I'm your business manager. I'm not your dispatcher. I'm not a dispatcher. I'm your business manager. I'm that guy that's going to help you go from making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year to help you making over $300,000 a year as an owner-operator. I'm that guy that's going to help you move out of that apartment, help you move into that $300,000 home, and you're going to be able to afford it with no problem. I'm that guy that's going to take you from 1 truck to having you to own 3 and 4 trucks before the end of this year. I'm that guy, because I'm your business manager. Now, that's a lot more than just dispatching, ain't it?
That's for sure.
Isn't that a lot more? Exactly. Exactly. And we got to start reflecting our importance to owner-operators. We have to start, and that starts with us changing the name of what we do, because we don't dispatch. I mean, any Yahoo can dispatch. Let's see. I got 100 loads that need to be moved today. I've got 100 and I've got 2,000 trucks over here. And let's see how many we got available in that area. I got 60 loads that are in this area, and I've got 140 trucks. Ooh, let's see who we're gonna pick to move some of these loads. And since they're forced dispatch, they don't have a choice. That's dispatch, right? That's not what you and I do. That's not what we do. We manage businesses. We help individuals to become independently wealthy driving a truck, because we need them to make money, because our compensation is directly related to what? Their revenue. So we're going to try and manage logistically for them to run what? As many loads as possible in the course of one driving shift, and make as much money as possible in that one driving shift. And we're going to manage this out for the whole week. Because why? Because this is chess, not checkers. Okay, that's what this is. This is chess, not checkers.
Hey, Calvin. So with these short runs, this is something that we would have to confirm with the broker to make sure a driver is not sitting at a receiver for hours.
Yeah, all you got to do is just call the broker and say, hey, I got a driver that's going to be in. If you, on that first load, that was easy because you're going to pick that up early in the morning. And then you call your second broker and say, hey, I got a driver that's just left such and such, or he's going to pick up a load of such and such, and he'll be in New Orleans at such and such. Why? Because you already know, how fast a truck can go. Average 65 miles an hour. It gets 5.6 miles to the gallon. You know all this stuff. That's what being a business manager is. You got to work this stuff out logistically. You're not just a dispatcher. Dispatchers don't have to do that. Okay? You do. If you want to make a couple $100,000 a year, right? $500,000 a year. Like some of our students making almost $1 million a year. Why? Because they do this type of stuff. This is what they do to make that kind of money. They establish themselves as a financial advisor, a business manager, and a logistics director. That's what they, and they wear all three hats because your job is just that important. And if you treat this like that, you'll start earning the kind of money that goes along with that importance. Okay? So all you got to do is when you contact that first broker, that one is easy. You say, hey, okay, I've got a carrier that's going to be, I got a carrier that's going to, they want to pick up on that load. He can be there 6:30 in the morning if need to be. 7 a.m. in the morning because he's right around the corner from me. He's like 52 miles from you right now. Great, cool. So you confirmed that one. Got your confirmation rate sheet. Then you go ahead and call up the second broker. Now it's still 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it is you're confirming this. 7 a.m. or whatever, 6:30, whatever it is. You go ahead and call this other broker at 6:30 in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. Say, hey, is this load here still available? Yeah, it's still available. Look, I got a carrier that's headed to you right now. He's going to drop in which is 34 miles away. He's going to drop his load 34 miles from you at approximately what time? Because it only took him what? Hour and a half to 2 hours to get from where he's going to. He's 6. He'll drop it approximately at 8 a.m., which means he'll probably be to you at about 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Why? Because it'll take him about an hour to an hour and a half to unload, right? So he'll be to you, and he's only got to go, what, 34 miles. Can he pick this load up at about 10:50, between 10 and 10:30? Yeah, we can make that happen. Brokers don't care when you pick the load up as long as you get it out, as long as it's scheduled for that day. You understand what I'm saying? They just want to get it off their books and put it in their money column, right? And you're just helping him to do that. Now he's got more slots that he can fill with other stuff, but you got that off your books already. Okay, this is logistics. This is the professional part of what you do. Okay? This is what we really do. If you really want to make money, you got to become a pro. You got to become a professional. You want to make more than brain surgeon, you got to do what? You got to become a professional, right? You want to make more than an attorney, you got to do what? You got to become a professional, right? So I'm tell you right now, if I went to brain surgery, I'd be taking a pay cut. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be taking a pay cut. But I handle what I do professionally. My company books pay for 317 every week. I manage one of the largest, well, actually the largest network of independent dispatchers and operators in the country. Hey, don't mind, I ain't gonna take no pay cut and go handle all that smaller. See, this is what I'm saying. And so approach your business like a professional, you start making the money that professionals make. Why? Oh shoot, I lost my.
Your audio's messing up, Calvin, and the video's starting to get choppy. You're froze. Can anybody hear Calvin?
All right.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Sorry, everybody. I told y'all this system keeps booting me out, then it just reboots me automatically. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe something new that Free Conference Call is doing. I pay them enough each month, so it shouldn't be doing it, but it is. So, and can y'all still see my screen? No, let me start by sharing my screen. All right. Y'all should be able to see my screen again. All right. But as I was saying, if you start conducting yourselves and doing the job of a professional, I guarantee you start making the money of a professional. Because look, if you start showing your carriers and getting them to trust you as a business manager, but in order to do that, first of all, we got to get them off that dispatcher tip. Okay, we got to get them off that dispatcher tip. Okay, start presenting yourself as what? Freight business managers, logistics business managers, okay, carrier business managers, owner operator business managers, okay, whatever you classify yourself as, tag that business manager behind it, okay. Well, that's what you're doing. You are literally helping them to manage their business. You are the brains behind what? Their logistics operations. They are the captain of the ship, but you are what? The navigator. Remember that. Okay? They're Maverick, you're a goose. y'all Top Gun fans? Believe it or not, that movie made me join the military. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went in 1984. I was sitting in the theater and I watched Top Gun 3 times in a row. I left the theater and went straight to the doggone recruiter's office. Y'all don't believe that, do you? I wanted to be a naval aviator. But you can't be a naval aviator. Why? You don't have 20/20 vision. But you can jump out of planes. I said, close enough. Let's go for it. So there I was. All right? But look. But you all see what I'm talking about. And now, how do I know about these little short runs like this? Because, look, I did that for almost a year. I ran short runs, and that's what got me the money I needed to separate myself from the trucking industry and get into the broker. Because I ran short runs here in Florida, of all places. Believe it or not, in Florida, the place where they say you can't make no money, the place where they say there ain't no load, the place where they say once you go there, you can't get out. Listen, look, when I started running those before, I did not want to get out. Why? Because if you just stay in Florida, I just found me 3 connecting loads in Florida, and I ran them bad boys 5 days a week for a year. $1,756 per day, 5 days a week. Why the hell would I want to leave Florida? Anybody know? Why would you want to leave? Who wants to leave Florida if you're making that kind of money, right? Are y'all still with me?
We hear you, Calvin.
Hello? Is everybody still with me? All right. So, would you want to leave Florida? Would you want to leave the Sunshine State if you're making $1,500, $1,700 a day, 5 days a week?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Exactly. Because, look, I ran them little short loads, that little load from Tallahassee, Coca-Cola bottling plant, ran up to Live Oak, Florida, which was 38, 39 miles away. Paid $350. Once I got up there, I picked up a load from there at the same plant, just switched over to a different loading dock. They loaded up a whole bunch of bottled water, right? Ran it 79 miles down to Alachua, $680. Then 2 miles downhill, down the road, I could literally put my truck in neutral and let it coast and not even take time off my clock. And coast down to the Coca-Cola bottling plant in Alachua, picked up a load there, and guess what I was going back to, y'all? Coca-Cola bottling plant in Tallahassee, 104 miles away, $860. Add that up, $350, $680, $860. I'm looking at almost $1,750 a day. 5 days a week. Why would I want to leave Florida? I had other owner-operators who were running under the authority of the same company, because we was all running under the authority of Western Express. I see Western Express, I know Western got a bad reputation, but they had a great owner-op program because they allowed their owner-operators to run their truck the way they saw fit. Which means I did not have to take any loads from their dispatcher. In fact, the day I left their terminal, the main terminal in Tennessee, I told them, don't see me squat over the Qualcomm. Don't call me, I'll call you. They said, huh? You heard me? Don't call me, I'll call you. Don't see me no loads. I'm gonna buy my own loads. Now, for the first 3 weeks, they were hard-headed. They kept sending me loads. I kept ignoring them. They finally said, I mean, you don't take nothing. Like I told y'all, don't call me. I'm not gonna take none of y'all. I don't care how good your load looks. I'm not taking one load from you all because I need to learn how to run my own truck. And that's what I did. I figured it out. I learned how to run my own truck. At first, I was running loads all over the place, taking long loads like everybody says you do. Take the long loads, make good money. That's not how you make money in this business. Trust me, it's not. It's not. Long loads take off way more time than they're compensating you for. So it's best to run the short loads, right? Get paid great money because most short loads pay great cents per mile. And you got enough time to run 2, sometimes 3 short loads in one day. Therefore, you're not only making what you would make on a long run and a half more, or sometimes 2 times as much, but you can run it more often. Any load that goes more than 700 miles is going to take you a day and then a half of another day. Why? Because you got the hours of service. You got to shut down after a certain length of time, and your truck is only going to get 5.6 miles to the gallon, so you got to refuel. And guess what? With the hours of service, and you can only drive 65 miles an hour. If you can try speeding if you want to, but that little extra speed you're doing ain't gonna do nothing but do what? Get you in trouble or get you dead. One or the other. Right? So short loads is the way to go. Short loads, high cents per mile, multiple loads per day. Because you can run them every single day. I'd rather run 5 loads and make $1,000 per day. No, I'd rather run 5 days a week, right? Run 10 loads per week, 5 days a week, and average $1,000 a day. Then they run 3 loads a week and average what? 12, 24, $3,600 for the week, or $3,700 a week, or $4,000 for the week. You see what I'm saying? Makes sense to me. Less stress on my truck, less wear and tear, less maintenance costs, and I burn less fuel. I don't spend as much on the fuel. So my take home is going to be even more. All right? This is what you all got to start doing as business managers. If you start doing that, trust me, you'll have a lot less trucks that'll give you hassle over, well, I don't want to take that load. I don't want to take that load. Just let me sit here in Florida until I get a good load leaving out. Instead of me taking these three loads today and making $1,700 today, I'm gonna sit on my butt and cry for a couple of days until I get a load that's paying me $1,000. Huh? But that's exactly what you all are hearing, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's exactly what you all are hearing. But we just showed you all how you can counter that and how you can make them a ton of money. Now, is this going to satisfy everybody? Is this going to get everybody onto your page? No, but it's going to get enough of them onto your page that those ones who are not on your page, you can afford to do what? Turn the page and leave them there. Okay? All right. Any questions on what we just went over? Did everybody get that? Hello?
Yes, sir. I got it.
All right. Any questions on that?
I have one, Calvin, because
Sure.
obviously some of the long loads are going to have to be run. Do you have some carriers that's just what they want, and why are they not paying extra for those long hauls? Or is that a true statement?
Why is who? The shipper's not paying extra, or the broker's not paying extra?
Well, because to me it seems like if I was driving a long haul, if I'm making the same kind of money I would on a long haul versus doing 3 short hauls, distance wise, then I'd be content either way.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's look at it money for money. So you're forgetting the hours of service. So you're forgetting. That's what I mean by a business manager. You have to play chess, not checkers. You're thinking in terms of playing checkers. Okay, I'm gonna jump 1, 2, 3. King me, like Rudy Huxtable. This is not the game we're playing. We're playing chess. You gotta look at the board. You gotta look 7 moves ahead. Not only that, you gotta know the opponent on the other side. The key to being a great chess player is not just knowing the game of chess, it's knowing the person you are playing. Okay? So when you look at the whole situation, let's do apples to apples. All right? Let's do just what you said. If I'm making the same money on the load, right, you will be just as content, right? Hold on for a second. This is Cal with RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We're right in the middle of our broadcast. So you're either going to have to call back or I'll call you back.
I was just trying to get somewhere to I didn't want to be involved with the broadcast.
Yeah, go to the chat group. Are you in the chat group?
I am. You haven't accepted me. Yeah.
Okay, well, go to freeconferencecall.com /RBBS Trucking. Okay? .com/RBBS trucking. Okay?
RBBS?
Yes, freeconferencecall.com RBBS trucking. I really can't take up much time right now because, like I said, I'm right.
I understand that.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of the broadcast.
I don't mean to, I didn't want to. That's all I'm trying to
I understand.
all right.
All right. Sorry about that, you all. Is everyone still? I'm still with me.
Yeah, we're still
Okay. All right. All right. Let me turn this phone off. Okay. All right. Let's look at this by the numbers. Okay. Let's go find our trusty calculator here. Where is the calculator? Yes, calculator. Oh, trusty calculator. Now, let's take this for instance. All right. Let's say you got a load that's running, let's say 900 miles. Okay, that's about the average run, right? For a long run, right? 800 to 1,250 miles, right?
Okay.
All right. So on a load that's running 800 to 1,250 miles, what would you consider a good paying load? And let's keep it realistic as far as what's actually out there for loads like that.
I'm gonna need help on that one, Calvin. I don't have that experience.
Okay. All right.
I'll say about 220.
All right. So what? About $2.20 to $2.25 per mile, right? All right.
Yeah.
Now, let's bump it up to $2.50. Matter of fact, let's bump it up to $2.75. All right. So let's say 900 miles times 2.75. So you'll find that every now and then. Every blue moon. You ain't gonna have no every day like that. All right. So that's $2,475, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
All right. All right. Let's take the loads that I was running here in Florida. The 3 loads that I'm running, because that right there, that's $2,475 versus what? Versus the load that was paying $350 going 39 miles plus $680 going 79 miles plus $860 going 104 miles. $1,890 versus $2,475, right? How many miles did I run on this 1,890? We ran 900 miles there, right? But over here, we ran what? We ran 39 plus 79 plus, oh no, that's too many. Yeah, I get my stuff in there. So we got 39 plus 79 plus 104. 222 miles versus 900 miles. Right? So if you look at the hours of service time, 222 miles, you can run in about 5 hours, right? 5, 6 hours, right?
Yep.
All right. Still got enough time to do a head on home and get in my nice cozy bed. Right? Or go check in a hotel and stay up for the night and come back tomorrow morning. Or park my truck wherever I'm parking. That I can jump on I got enough money to get me a flight home, or to rent me a car and go home, if I'm close enough, right? All right, but those are just some of the obvious advantages to running that short load. But let's go ahead and look at this from the standpoint of just money wise now. All right, now 900 miles, you're only going to get on this 900 miles, right? Because you got what? 11 hours driving time, right?
Yep.
Right? You got 11 hours driving time. So you got 900 miles, 11 hours driving time, and your truck is only getting how many miles? Your truck is only doing what? 65 miles to average 65 miles an hour, right? That's 13.84 hours, 14 hours, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So you got that right there, minus. All right. That's the number of hours you got. It's going to take you to run that load. That one load that's going to pay you $2,475. All right? Now, you only get 11 hours before you got to shut down. Before you got to shut down for 10, which means you get to run 8 hours, minus 8, before you got to stop for a half hour to do what? To break, right? Because you got a mandatory half-hour break after what? 8 hours of driving. That's the rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got 5.8 hours left, right? You got a 30-minute stop that you had to take mandatory, right? So now you only got 5.8 hours left to make that run, but you only got 11 hours on your clock, and you just took 8. You only got 3 hours left, right? But you got 6. But you got 6 hours left to run, right? So are you gonna run the full 3 hours? No, you're probably gonna run another hour. Why? Because it's gonna take you about an hour and a half to 2 hours just to find you a truck stop. Unless you want to just pull over side the road and take the chance of a DOT or a cop coming up to you and say, hey, what you doing park side the road? Right? So you're going to run for an hour before you start looking on your GPS for a truck stop, which could be what? Anywhere from, can anybody tell me when you're out on the road, realistically, when you start looking for a truck stop, how many miles you got to go to get to an average truck stop?
A lot.
Any truck drivers out there? You could drive another 100 miles before you even see a truck stop, right? On average, it's about 60 to 70 miles from if you're out driving until you can find another suitable truck stop. Is that not correct? Truck stops are not like they're not like time savers or Circle K's or Shell stations. You got one every 5 miles, 10 miles. No, truck stops are every 60 to 100 miles apart. So depending on where you are, you could be driving for another 2 hours just trying to get to a truck stop before you run out of hours of service. And if you run out of hours of service and you keep driving and you get pulled over for your hours of service violations, woo, you don't want to do that, right? No.
Yes, sir.
So that means you're gonna waste another. You're gonna drive for about another hour, minus 1 hour. That gives you 4.8 hours, right? You're gonna drive another 2 hours looking for a truck stop, probably. Pull into the truck stop, get yourself some gas. Go ahead and get yourself something to eat. Take your shower, and then you're gonna sleep for 10 hours because you are required to shut down for 10 hours. Okay? You're required to shut down for 10 hours. So that means you are now what? Wasted a whole, you gotta wait till the next day, basically. So if you started early that morning at 6 a.m. running that load, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2. 2 o'clock, you got to stop for your break. Right? Half hour. 2:30, you start back running. 2:30 to 3:30. That's 9 hours. Right? 2:30 to 3:30. That's about the time you can start looking for a truck stop. You're going to ride from 2:30 to 3:30, from 3:30 until about another hour, 4 o'clock. Right? You're going to pull in. It's 10 hours. You're going to pull in, shut your truck down, fuel up. So now, it's 4:30, right? You're at the truck stop. You got to stay there for 10 hours before you can leave. 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 p.m., 10:30, 11:30, 12:30 a.m., 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. You can get back up at 2:30 in the morning, fuel your truck up, run inside, get yourself some breakfast, take about an hour, 2 hours, 4, 5 a.m., you're back on the road. Or 4 a.m., you're back on the road. And you're still how many hours away? You had 900 miles to go. The average truck is only going to run, and this is if you are a driver. If you're a monster driver, you can drive 600 miles in one driving shift. But that's to the door. From what? Door to door, right? You in that seat. You ain't pulling over. You ain't stopping. Don't stop. You make it that half hour. When that half hour's up at 29 minutes and 40 seconds, you pulling out, right? So an excellent truck driver who's gonna sit in that chair, not stop for piss breaks, not pull over at the trucks at the what you call this? The little what do you call the things? Rest stops. None of that stuff. Just straight driving. Can do 6 hours. Can drive can do 600 miles. That's like the most you're gonna get on 65 miles to the gallon, 5.6 miles, or 65 miles an hour and 5.6 miles to the gallon. 6 hours, 600 miles. So you got 300 miles left to go after you come off that break, that 10-hour break. You see what I'm saying? You got another 300 miles to go. That's another 6 hours of driving.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only run what? So how many of those loads can you run per week? $2,475. You can run max 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right? So you got a max 3. So what you got is 2,400. Let's do the math on that. 2,475 times 3. $7,425. That's it. You can do a max of 3 of those. And that's if you get them paying that kind of money. Because remember, we bumped that up from what, 225, 222, 225, all the way to what, 275. Right? Because you're not gonna always find those like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say let's say you got the luck of the gods on your side. Okay? You got the White Line Express gods on your side. And they're in your favor, and you're in their good graces. And you're finding, those that's paying that all the time. That's what you're gonna look to make each week. If you can find those like that, then you're gonna be able to run 3 of them per week. Okay? Now, let's not to mention, because it's 900 miles, what's your fuel cost? Fuel is what? Anybody know what fuel costs? About $2.72, $2.79 right now? Right? Right, y'all? 2.79 is about what the fuel cost is right now for diesel. All right?
Right.
Times 900 miles. Fuel cost is what? Ooh, Lord. Well, I take that back. Per gallon, I take that back. You're getting 5 points. I did my calculation on y'all. Don't y'all look at that. All right, you got 5.56 miles to the gallon. Right? How many gallons is it going to take you to run 900 miles? That's the question you got to do. So you can take the 900 divided by the 5.56. Right? 900 divided by 5.56. Well, that's all these trucks get, y'all. So you can need 162 gallons. Right? That times 2.79 per gallon. It's going to cost you $451 to run that run. Of course, you're going to put about $500 in there. Why? Because you want the extra gas to get to your next what? Fuel stop, right?
Yep.
So you can subtract $500 from that 70. So you can track that right there. That's going to put you at about 6,900 right there. Bam. That's going to drop it to 6,900. Right?
Hello, Calvin.
Minus the 10%. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron, you finally got here. See, you got here. Minus your 10% that you got to pay your what? Your business manager, right? So
Yep.
you taking out $500, then you're gonna take off another what? $740. Woo!
It's adding up quick.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about if you got to pay money at the truck stop, to pull in there, because some of them, they charge you to park your truck, or whatever the case may be, and some of them don't, whatever the case may be. Then you got your meals, and you got to pay for your meals and stuff you eat and all that type of stuff, right? and then you get to some truck stops, some trucks they'll charge for the internet if you want to get on the internet and that type of stuff, this and that. So look, running them long hauls may sound great, but at best you're gonna walk away with about what, maybe $6 grand, 5,800, 5,800 out of that run that paid you $7,425 for what, the week. Now, I take that back. Less than that, because that right there, that fuel cost, that's each run. So multiply that times 3, right? Yeah, we forgot about that. That's just running 900 miles. So if you run that 3 times a week, that's $451 in fuel it takes to run that 900-mile run. So that times 3, if you're going to run 3 of them a week, right?
Yep.
$1,354 on your fuel, baby. That gas ain't cheap, is it?
Sure.
See, look, this is what you call running a truck. This is what you do as a business manager. You all are not dispatchers. The dispatchers that sit at the central locations for these big trucking companies, those are dispatchers. What you all do, business managers, logistics business manager, operator, on operators, how to manage their business. Your job is to make them more truck driver mix.
Audio's messing up, Calvin.
If you do it, and you start getting, if you do this properly, operators, they will never question you on your load. You understand me? Did everybody hear that?
Yep.
Oh?
I hear you, Calvin, but your voice, your audio's chopping out. I mean, it's going in and out.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. All right.
All right, no problem. It happens.
Yeah. This system keeps dropping. Like I said, this new conference call thing. I think every so often it boosts me out and it boosts me back in. But anyway, as I was saying, if you do this properly and consistently, your owner operators would never question your load selection. They never question it. Why? Because they know that you know how to make them money. Okay. All right. Now let's look at. Now that's what you're looking at. Now 1354 minus that 7425. That's going to leave you with about $6,070. Right? Now that just cut a net a whole lot, didn't it? Now let's look at it the way we was doing it. Remember, we was doing what? We was doing 350 on a 39-mile run, and we was doing 680 on a 79-mile run, and then we was doing 860. Hold on, I'm just total numbers. 350 plus 680 plus 860 on a 104-mile run. Okay. Total miles was what again? Does anybody remember what the total miles were? That we was running 222 miles. versus 900 miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And 1890, is that right?
Mm.
1890. All right. Remember, I said I was bringing home about what? About 1,700, right? Per day.
Yep.
Here's why. Because I'm only running 222 miles. So the 1890. Let's see what my fuel is. Does everybody still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello? All right.
Yes.
So remember that. That's 1890. So let's look at my fuel consumption. I got 222 miles, right? Divided by 5.56. I only need.
Right.
That's wrong. Hold on here. 222 divided by 5.56. Yeah, I only need 39 gallons. I only need 40 gallons.
Big difference.
Big difference in that gallons, ain't it? Versus 451 gallons. I mean, come on now. I only need 39 gallons. To remind these babies, you gotta get 450 and 452 gallons.
Big difference.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need 39 gallons to run mine. All right, that times what? 2.79 on fuel. Same fuel, apple to apple. I'm gonna spend $111 per day. And I'm making what? Close to $1,800. I'm over $1,800 a day, but I'm gonna spend $111 on fuel.
Mm.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm running short runs. You know, I may stop at one of the truck stops and get something to eat real quick, but I got time to do that. I ain't stressed out. I ain't trying to stay in the truck and push my bladder to the limit by sitting in that seat and holding my water so I can get the most miles possible. I can afford to pull over at a truck stop, run in there and take me a little, whatever, walk around for a bit, grab me a sausage sandwich, come on back out, jump in my truck, and keep on trucking.
Yeah.
So let's look at that. All right, let's look at that. Yeah, let's look at that. What we have? We had 1,800. How much money we was making on that? What we was doing? We was doing. Just something like this. I can't really check what you call it. All right, here we go. All right, we was doing. All right, but anyway, let's check that. All right, so y'all still there?
Yep. I'm here.
Plus 680 plus 860 minus 1,100. Remember I told you I was bringing home 1,770 something? There it is. There it is right there. That's how I get that $1,700 a week, man. I mean $1,700
a day.
Not per week, per day.
A day. Yeah.
That's 5 days a week. Why? Because I was running short loads in Florida versus running long loads. So for those carriers that tell you, long loads is the one that pays, no, they don't. Long loads don't pay you as much as short loads do because you can run more short loads in a day, especially if you can piece them together to where they're within distance of each other for you to run to one, pick up it, go pick that one up, drop it, pick that one up, drop it.
Yeah, you make more money that way.
And just run your little circle. You run your circle of 3 short loads. Exactly. You run your circle of 3 short loads in conjunction with each other, right? And they may be from different brokers. But you as a dispatcher, all you've got to do is contact the broker. Hey, Mr. Broker, I got a guy that's picking up a load in Tallahassee, Florida, at 4:30 this morning at the Coca-Cola bottling plant, and he got that load, and he'll be at your location in Live Oak at about 6:30 or 7 o'clock to pick that load up you got there. That's 39 miles. miles away. Then you call the other broker. Hey, Mr. Broker, I got a guy that's going to be leaving Live Oak I'm at about 9 o'clock in the morning, heading down to your location in Alachua, which is 9 miles away. He's going to drop that at about 11 o'clock, right? And he's ready to pick that load up that you got leaving out of Alachua that's going down to Tallahassee. Okay, great. You're going to schedule all that out. Bam. And then you go back and tell the broker, hey, how would you like if my guy could pick those loads up every single day at those same time? Oh, man, that'll work out great. You helped me out a lot. All right, great. Let's go ahead and pencil him in. Because he wants your load every morning for the plant at 4:30 in the morning. Call the guy live, he wants your load every day live at 9 o'clock. And call the guy, looks like he wants your load every day at what? 11 o'clock. Come on, man.
And we get 10% off of each one of those loads.
Work on you all's part to turn your Exactly. It doesn't take much to turn your guy into a super trucker without him being a trucker.
Right.
I mean, he can chill and make money, but this is how you combat that. Those drivers that say, "Well, I don't want to run down. I don't want to stay in Florida. I don't want to do this. I don't want to run the short load. That makes no money on the short load." Man, stop all that 1-800-WIN. Dial 1-800-WIN. Okay. All right. Listen to me, boys, and I promise you, if you just do this my way, if you can get your ears, look, let's do this my way for at least 2 weeks. And I don't make you twice as much money as you've been making. Look like them your way.
There we go. And now each load, and for each one that we book, like each load we book like that, we get 10% of the revenue, right?
Hello?
We still get our 10% revenue.
By the way,
or
yeah, you get a 10% because that's the carrier. The carrier has agreed to pay you 10%. So that means running the loads in Florida, right? The short loads, like versus the same, you running the load in the long loads at that, $2.75 I'm all like that, 3 loads like that each week. So you can either run 3 900-mile loads per week, or you can run 3 short-mile runs per day and earn this, right? And go sleep in a nice bed or a hotel or your own bed, and if you're from Florida or if you're from that area, whatever the case may be, right? Less fuel cost, less stress on your truck, more quality time for yourself, and you make more money. So that versus what? $6,000. You're making almost $3,000 more.
More, yep.
Okay, and that's $800 for the week for you as a dispatcher or a business manager versus what? $600 per week if you can find the loads that's paying that much money on those long hauls every week. Now, that's going to be an even harder task.
Yeah.
Did everybody get that?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
There is the lesson of today. Okay? That's the lesson of today. All right.
Appreciate it.
Now, no problem. Let's go into this. We're going to do a quick Q&A. Let's do our Q&A. It's 11:47. I had wanted to be out of here by 12:30. So let's do our Q&A real quick. I gotta go fuel up. I can feel my toes starting to tingle, y'all. With the diabetic thing, you have to eat like every 2.5 hours. So, so let's do a quick Q&A.
Yeah, I got a question.
Questions. See if we can.
Yeah, I got a question.
Y'all's questions. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Butler. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Yeah,
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, I don't know if we talked about it because I came in late, but the U-ship and dispatch, is there? I watched the video for the one, and I didn't see, like, I know they said on the one video, like, there's another video that shows you actually how to do it, but the video for the it was like another, what is it, Saturday, $1 million, 6-figure. It was another one of those videos that I had watched, and it was just telling you, like, yeah, you should do it, but it didn't show you the actual process and steps on how to do it, on how to, like, place the bids and.
Yeah, here it is right here. Wait, but here it is right here. Video library.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your back office, to the video library.
All right, we're going there right now.
But this I'm on. And this blood sugar thing is starting to creep in on me. Give me a second here, y'all. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me
All right.
switch over to a different internet. Give me a cookie or something. Keep your little snacks around. All right, let's see if we can get this now. All right. Pull up the videos. Give me a second here.
Okay.
All right. In your back office, you're going to go down here where it says operational training video.
All
you
right.
start scrolling over.
At the very bottom?
When you start scrolling over. No. Go to your video library in the back office.
There? Oh, I see it. Yeah.
All right. See where it says live weekly training. Then you have operational training.
Mm-hmm.
Operational training videos. You're going to scroll over. That's your that's the video right there. Central dispatch, secret methods, and strategy. That's probably the one you didn't watch.
No, see.
This is the one. This is the one that breaks it down for you.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. So I found another one. It says private central dispatch / U-ship training. And I see it. That one or no?
No, that's one right there too. That's the secret. That's the one that says right here. The RBBS LLC Director CEO Calvin Butler shares his secret methods and strategy to earning $1,000 a day, 7 days a week, dispatching and brokering auto haulers using central dispatch and U-ship together. Okay. Please do not share these strategies with those outside of this network. Okay. All right. Now we have another one. If you keep strolling over, you can go down here. You can stroll at the bottom. See right here. There's another one right there. This one is, on today's episode, how to guarantee yourself $1,000 in revenue per day. Dispatching auto hauls. Okay? You got that one right there. Then you got another one. Whew. Right here. Booking freight from home, auto hauler. Okay? So we have plenty of auto haul stuff that we have going on here. We've done 3 right there, and then we have another method that we show you all on how to call up car dealerships and things like that Excuse me. See, we got a lot of operational training videos. There's one where we talk about how to do the car dealerships. I don't think that's it. That might be it, but I don't think that's it. Oh, there it is right there. There's another one that we have. Auto hauling the National Dispatchers Network way. Auto haulers will earn more to get paid COD guarantee. Okay, that's one where we show you how to contact the dealerships and how you go about calling the dealerships and the method of getting them. And used car dealerships. Don't call new car dealerships because you're just wasting your time. Okay, but look at those videos right there, and they'll get you on to how to do auto hauling. And there's another one that we have right there. Anytime you see the picture with the auto haul on it, those are about the auto hauler. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Another question?
Yeah, Calvin. What you just went over, unfortunately, I didn't have any audio for a little bit, but I came in on the end.
Okay.
And I understand what you were saying. Awesome, amazing. Is there a step-by-step? I'm completely new to this type of business. So I don't really know how to calculate the mileage, like what it would take to get a driver from dropping off one load to get to their next destination and how much gas. So it's like, is there a video to show me step by step?
Yes, of course. Not only is there a video, there is, let's go to your,
you go into the back office and there's a calculation thing, dispatch resource tool.
It's in your video library. Hold on here.
That's where you were at.
This is in the video library. All right, in the video library.
Yeah.
That's in your glossary. In the wrong spot.
I think it's in the video library. News.
You're not in the video library no more.
No, not the video library. I mean the logistics library.
Okay.
In the library, terminology and term, dictionary terms, freight dictionary, logistics 101. I think, is it there or lane density? How to profit from cheap trucking news. What are freight lanes? Hold on here.
There is there is a website that you have in your documents and stuff that you can calculate quote.
I know where it is. It's in the what you call it, dispatcher tools and resources. My bad.
Okay.
It's in the dispatcher tools and resources. All right. If you go to dispatcher tools and resources, at the top, at the very first one at the top, tools and resources. All right. You got all your calculators. Like that's your freight quote calculator.
Yeah.
And of course that's your when you search for all your dispatch. All your shippers. That's for the freight brokers. Search for freight brokers. That's for your auto transport. Here it is right here. You got your distance calculator right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're gonna have all your calculators, what you're about to hear. To find the distance from one location to another, enter the starting and ending zip code. Blah, 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 but when you go here, you can pull up all these different calculators.
Okay.
You got fuel cost calculator. You got invoice factoring calculator. You got your truck loan calculator. You got all these different calculators. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you can go ahead and click on your fuel cost calculator, and you know, but we'll show you how to do it, but you can pretty much do it yourself, really.
Play around.
I mean, it tells you how to do it, but if you don't want to be bothered with trying to calculate it yourself, just use our calculator. That's why we have our tools and resources there to make you all, look a lot more knowledgeable than that actually be. Because if a carrier calls you up and say, well, how much fuel is it going to take me to get to such and such, and what's it going to cost? Jump over to the calculator and put it in. And say, yeah, man, it's going to take you blah blah blah. It's going to cost you what? Like if I just put it in here, let's say.
That's you to Orlando, Jacksonville,
Florida. Let's say Dallas, Texas, something like that.
Okay.
The vehicle miles per gallon is 5.56. This stuff you're supposed to know. That's what's called. And the gas price, say 2.79. It's an area. Okay, I guess it didn't pull up Tallahassee. I guess it didn't recognize Dallas, Texas. I'm not recognizing Dallas, Texas? Hold on here. Let me try this. Let's try Florida. Tallahassee. Florita. Let me spell it out for you. There was an error processing your request. Origin. I'm not sure why this. I'm not sure why they're doing that. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's got it everything it needs right here. Let me try doing it without that. Okay, I did that. All right. Fields will accept numbers and the decimal point only. Okay, I see what's going on. It won't accept that right there. That little comma, I guess. Still not giving it to me. That don't make no sense. Sure. All fields are required. Origin and destination can be for addresses or city and state, or just zip code. Somebody give me a zip code.
30012, California.
Got to be something wrong with the calculator.
Right.
Because we just put in zip code and it should be giving you what we need to get. Let's go back to a different calculator. It should have been giving us what we were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to a different calculator. Same area, so I don't know. Okay. At least this one got a drop down. Excuse me, y'all. I do apologize.
Oh, no. Please.
Oh, travel information. Truck miles per gallon. That's the number of, let's call it. Excuse me. All right, expenses. 2.79. Lumper fees, we don't know what lumper fees are. We ain't gonna put that in there. Broker fees, we ain't gonna put that in there. Permit fees it's not required. All this other stuff is not required, as y'all can see here. But if you know all of that, put it in. If you don't worry about it. Anticipated transport rate. This is gonna tell you if your rate is, let's say if this one here, let's say it was paying you 363 miles, let's say it was paying you $800.
Mm-hmm.
If it was paying you $800, you put calculate, it would tell you if that is a profitable rate or not. And there it is. It kind of lays it all out for you. Fuel, fuel costs, stuff like this. But the best way to know this stuff is to know how to calculate your fuel, know how to calculate most truck drivers should know this stuff. but as a logistics business manager, you should know it too. If you're going to calculate your fuel, you're going to take the miles that the truck get, which is every truck out there is not going to get more than 5.56 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
You're going to take the number of miles that you're traveling. If it's 800 miles, 900 miles, you're going to divide it by 5.56, and that's going to give you how many gallons you're going to need to do what? To make that run. Then you got to know your fuel costs. You got to know your fuel costs. Average fuel right now is about $2.79, $2.70 to $2.79 per mile. I mean per gallon, right? Then you take that and you multiply that times what? The number of gallons, and then there you go. What you got on your miles. When you figure out how many gallons you need, you do that times the 2.79. That tell you how much money you're spending on your fuel. That's how you calculate your fuel cost. Calculating your truck revenue is a little bit more complicated, and of course this one does it for you. If you're wanting to see if it's viable or not, but we have a class on that at some other time. Right now I'm getting close to my limit where I gotta eat. So
I hear.
I can tell when I can tell when my blood sugar starts getting out of whack. I start to perspire a lot and get more coughing. My eyes start to like kind of like like a little wavery.
Yeah,
but
I
anyway,
get definitely when mine gets low.
Definitely time to sit down and take care of yourself, Kelvin.
Yeah, but look, everybody, please start referring to yourselves in all your literature, in all your websites, whatever the case may be. Let's get away from this referring to ourselves as dispatchers, because we are much more than that. We are a lot more important than to an owner operator than just dispatching them freight, because that's not what we do. We manage their business. We literally direct them on how to make more money, and we need to start reflecting that and start carrying ourselves in that way, because we deserve, you all deserve a lot more respect and credit for what you do as professionals within this industry. Everybody looks upon brokers and say brokers are, the epitome, but I beg the difference. I've been a broker, and I mean, when it comes to shippers, yeah, brokers they're vital and they're important to shippers. But when it comes to owner operators, no one is more vital and important to more valuable and important to an owner operator than a good logistics business manager or freight business manager, as they refer to as dispatchers. Because an independent dispatcher is not the same as a dispatcher that works for a company. You're not even close.
I got a question.
Not even close. Sure.
I think I might have a possibility of a carrier that I got through the network site.
What's the question again?
I'm just saying. I was saying that I might have a possibility of a carrier that I kind of networked through the site on the other day. I have to get,
okay.
We're emailing each other anyway about working together. But there's some of the what do we use to kind of update your PDFs with?
Well, with the PDFs, you can't update the PDF. You can change or edit the Word files. If you want to edit a PDF, all you got to do is when you download it as a Word file. You got to convert it to a Word file. And then
okay.
You can change it, and then you can save it as a PDF. Okay.
Okay.
But you've got to convert it to a Word file. All right.
Okay.
All right, John. Yeah, I gotta go.
My
toes are numb. I don't know where right now.
I want to ask you one more question, Mr. Butler, if I can.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So he's talking about PDFs and stuff like that. I got a carrier who's really interested right now. Hey, hush up! Y'all being way too loud. Sorry, that's my kids. They're being too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, I got a carrier who's interested, right? And they need he wanted more information. He wanted a packet, and I was like, I don't know if I don't have a personal packet for my company. So how do I get him a packet?
Just send them to the website.
Okay.
Send them to mydispatcher.org and tell them to go to the Who Are We page, and then that'll direct them over to the carrier, the network directory.
Right. Okay. And then on that network directory, I can write in my own bio, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then you can register and create your own bio.
Because what I tried to do was I tried to get in there on the RBBS.org and fix my profile up. Now I switched, I got a professional website, not website, but email. I hooked my email up, but I didn't see where to write my stuff in at.
No, you gotta. You don't go through RBBS.org. You're going to go through mydispatcher.org, go to the Who Are We page, then scroll down to where it says, you're going to scroll down to where it says, hold on a second. You're going to scroll down to where it says, shoot. Give me a second.
You gotta click on the X. Calvin.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Okay, go. Click on that big X. Go on the big one. It'll get you back out of there.
I'm trying to get out of this, but mine don't show a big X on my end.
Right here, the big X where your cursor's at. Right there in front of you. That big X.
Mine don't show an X.
Oh, okay.
My page does not show an X. Okay? My page does not show an X.
Come down over a little bit. Now click.
It is. Yeah, because what you all see and what I see is two different things. Okay, because I have a place marker for your and it covers some stuff on my page. And so you all don't see all the stuff that I see as a presenter. Some of my presenter tools, they block some of the stuff that I'm trying to get to. Hold on here.
Who we are.
You're gonna go over there to the Who Are We page.
Where we are, yeah.
This is mydispatchers.org.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you're gonna scroll down right here where it says Dispatchers Network, and that's how you get over to the National Dispatchers Network directory. All right, so I gotta go.
All right.
All right, have a good day. Take care. Thank you.
Concentrate. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you all on Monday for orientation, 8 p.m., 8:45 p.m.
Right.
All right, but
take care.
But remember, always, and just remember, start referring to you yourselves as logistics business managers, freight business managers, owner-operator business managers, things of that nature, because you all do a lot more than just dispatch. All right?
All right. Thank you, Calvin.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.